I'm Jen Goodwin.
Hi there, I'm Dexter Dethmers.
And today we have two incredibly amazing guests with us, Melissa Feemster and Adam Weiss. Welcome to Hi There Podcast.
Welcome.
Thank you. Hi there.
We're super excited to have you guys.
And this is our first podcast where we have two guests.
It is.
So there's four
I
of
felt
us,
so.
right? We've only ever had one.
You're right. Well, you were the dynamic duo for how many years at Rakuten? And Linkshare first. It was Linkshare.
12. We were there 12 years together. Yeah, because Adam got there before me.
And I left a little after.
Yeah.
And how long were you two co-GMs together?
Maybe 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
We just grew up together the whole way. you
Yeah.
know?
And such a dynamic duo.
I was really lucky. How awesome is it to get to come to work and like share ideas and like give someone your shitty PowerPoints to fix?
That is why
single
I was just going to say,
All
that
I'm
is
good
why I
for.
partnered with Dexter. That's amazing.
Who fixes the PowerPoints?
Always
Oh,
Dexter.
me. Yeah.
Always Dexter.
Like, Jen, what did you do here?
I've come a long
Jeez.
way with PowerPoints back in the day, and now with AI, whole different ballgame. I don't even need Dexter anymore.
I mean, Jen and I have the same cheat. Like we both have husbands that can do PowerPoints. For
We have graphic design husbands who are so talented that mine worked for free until recently. He started to give him money. I'm like, why? Why would you pay him?
He asked for money, so I gave it to him.
He did say
I
to
put it
me,
off as long as I could.
Yeah, he did say to me, "You do know that I'm done working for free," when we started. And I go, "For real?" And he's like, "Don't you think it's time you grow up?" And I'm like, "Fine, we'll pay you."
So he's on the books.
We get him at a cost price.
Well, for those that don't know, do you want to give a quick introduction of each
Melissa?
of you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want me to start?
Why don't you start?
Hi, I'm Melissa Feemster. I'm one of the co-founders of Team Bespoke now, and we do a lot of work in the affiliate space around creator, collaborative PR, and affiliate. But I've, as you guys mentioned, have had my roots in affiliate since forever. And
Yeah,
just
when did
love
you
this
start?
space. I started in 2004.
Wow.
I know
okay,
it's a long time
22
ago.
years.
But back then it was Linkshare. Adam was already there. And I was the first client services person in the Chicago office for Linkshare. They decided to build out that office on the advertiser side. And so
Wow.
I was very, very, very lucky to get to join them then.
And Team Bespoke, I feel like, obviously you're an agency, but I feel like you guys you're a niche agency, right?
A little bit.
What are your clients that you guys really go after?
We tend to work mostly with fashion and beauty clients. They tend to be like mid-sized or so. I think, I've worked over my career with clients of all sizes, and the ones that I find I have the most fun working with are when we're working with a founder, we're working with a business where when we actually run a campaign, the client might call us and say, "You just gave us the highest sales day we've ever had in the history of our company."
Oh,
like
that's
that kind of
amazing.
stuff I think is really fun. So
And I do feel like you've had some really interesting clients too.
we have, yeah.
Very,
it's been
very fun. Mr. Weiss?
My turn. My name's Adam Weiss. I am the president of Awin North America.
Woot, woot, big time.
Far from it. But no, I've been at Awin now for about 2 years, running North American operations. If you're not familiar with Awin, we are arguably one of the largest affiliate marketing platforms in the world.
Yes, you are.
We've got about 30,000 advertisers globally, a large
that's
percent
amazing.
of those in the U.S. And my focus has been on growth in the North American market. And prior to that, similar to Melissa, I started at Linkshare at the end of 2003 on the publisher side as a publisher account manager, and really sort of, like Melissa was saying earlier, we sort of kind of had parallel paths that eventually came together, but she was on the advertiser side and I was on the publisher side, and then we were both running the business for a while together, and then I did some consulting for about a little over 5 years.
I remember.
Yeah,
Because you were kind enough to hand us a couple of your accounts.
Yeah,
When you
when I-
became big prez over at Awin.
Yeah. It was a fun run.
Yeah.
It definitely was, and I've been having a good time at Awin for the last 2 or so
It's
years.
been fun to watch you, too. You're a big boss. It's fun to watch.
I don't know.
Well, and we're all gathered here today mostly because of Awin, right?
It's true. We're
here
here
for
for
the
the
Awin
Awin
think
conference.
tank
Yeah.
in Chicago.
I'd
We had a big
prefer it
week.
had been in Portugal this
We
year
had a
as
great
it was
time in
last year.
Portugal was fun.
I feel like we were talking about it. And were you guys gonna do it in Portugal again? Was there a conversation?
No. I mean, I think at some point, like, the event strategy, is evolving, but we are a global business,
Right.
right? And but we wanted to do something big in the Americas. Like, we felt like it was super important to have something here our sort of flag in the ground, if you will, in the U.S. is in Chicago.
Absolutely. Happy to hear it.
Yeah, I love Chicago, sort of the crossroads of everything in America. And it's fairly central, right? So we wanted to do a big event here this year. But last year in Portugal
Best
was...
conference ever.
It was fantastic.
I mean,
awesome.
literally
It
It was
hands
really
down.
fantastic. Yeah.
17 years
was.
I've been at conferences. I've never had more fun in my life.
Yep.
They really, I got to say, I was impressed. I didn't know what to expect.
Right.
My first think tank was 2 years ago, and it was a smaller event here in Chicago. It was still great. And then we did this like
Mac
all campus
Daddy.
rocker
Yeah.
in southern Portugal. And it was freaking awesome.
I
Great.
loved it.
I think, yeah, it probably was one of the best affiliate conferences I've ever been to.
And it wasn't just obviously the setting, right? That was beautiful. But the content, the people, it was
Yeah.
so fun to
Yep.
meet people that I never would have had the opportunity to
Top
meet.
to bottom, class event.
Yeah.
Class event.
And hopefully
for
we're
sure.
going to replicate it this week in Chicago.
Absolutely.
With all you here.
Yeah.
Yeah. My hometown, your old hometown. Yeah. Nomad. So we're excited to have you guys here. And obviously, I think one thing I wanted to ask you both, like we see the affiliate industry has been around a long time. You guys have been in it. I feel like you were two of my mentors and two leaders in this space. Well, you've helped me. Both of you have helped me a lot. I mean, I would love to take all the credit, but I did have some good people that actually helped me understand what affiliate marketing was. But I feel like, do you have any, like looking back on your time at Rakuten now that you're here and where you're at, are there things you would have done differently in your roles at Rakuten?
Or advice you would give
Yeah,
your,
or any advice you
your
would give to
past
like,
self?
yeah.
It's a good question. I don't know. I have to think about that. I think what I found was, I started on the network side.
Right.
And I always liked the network because you're sort of at the intersection of everything happening. I will say when I was consulting and working with specific publishers, which you guys probably experience in your business, working with publishers, it's this different view under the hood. And I think just having this view of the publisher's business, how they're driving traffic, building product, technology.
Right.
It's more than just, hey, join this program and here's a commission rate. You know what I mean? I'm
Yes.
probably oversimplifying a little bit,
no,
but
you're not.
I feel like the consulting that I did really gave me a deeper insight and a different perspective on these publisher businesses that, looking back, maybe I would do something different. And when I got offered the role at Awin, I was like, well, I actually now have this whole different paradigm by which I look at the business, and I think I can make a meaningful difference.
I love that.
Right.
And I appreciate that because I've been on the publisher side almost the entire 17 years. I did do a 1.5-year stint as an agency. Quickly ran. We were an agency. We're no longer an agency. High Energy is now a platform with services.
.ai.
.ai. Thank you. But yeah, no, Adam, I appreciate that because I will tell you, really diving in with all of these new publishers that are entering the space, and we all see it too, like the publishers drive the revenue, the publishers have the users, and I think it's been really fun for us to be able to uncover so much more than, obviously we were at Honey, we were at PayPal, those are big publishers, and to be able to kind of get under the hood and see how much they were lacking.
Well, I would
there
say
wasn't a
too,
lot
it's
help.
kind of like a Johari's window thing, right? Which is, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Johari's window.
Of course
You
not,
might-
Dexter.
You might have learned
He's
it in
my
high
AI
school
bot.
at some point, but basically, like the concept is like everybody has a different perception of the same thing, right? So you might see like the meme where it's like, here's what my mom thinks that what I do. This is what my friends think I do. This is what I actually do, right? So I think like as a younger entrant into the affiliate space, it's important to understand that everyone has their own part to play within the ecosystem. They have their own perception of the ecosystem. So the more you can get exposure to the advertiser side, the publisher side, the network side, the faster you'll be able to learn like what aspects of the affiliate ecosystem make each part of that system run. It sounds like kind of like what you're saying,
And just
right?
from the publisher side too, it's driving sort of consumer value as well. The consumer's like the forgotten
Right.
part of
Right.
it as well.
True.
Yeah, they are driving the consumer side of it.
Yeah,
If you think about it.
100%.
Yeah.
And then Melissa, what about for you?
I don't really feel like I have something I would change, but I guess what I would say as far as advice goes, I would say just I'm really proud of a lot of people we took a chance on. You're talking about this being a relationship business and everyone has a different perspective on it. We hired a lot of people that had no affiliate experience that are still working at Rakuten.
I love that.
Or have had amazing careers there, right? And I think that's something I'm really proud of. I think that we brought a lot of
And-
cool people into the industry.
If I could interrupt,
Yeah.
Melissa has such a good eye for talent. I
Yes.
learned a lot from her.
very good.
No,
You
it's
do.
true.
No, you do.
Like, she knows how to find people,
Yep.
how to hire people, how to train people.
I was going to say mentor, all
mentor
of it.
them. Yeah, and I learned a lot from watching her operate in terms of how she hires, because that's like one of the single most important things you could do in a company is
100%.
I think it's
Choosing who you
probably the
hire.
most
I think it's
important.
the most
person.
important.
It's the most important thing is hiring.
Yeah.
Like being good at hiring. If you look at all these like tech CEOs and stuff, or you read some of the books that they've written, they all take a pretty active role in hiring because of how important it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
100%.
mean, and that's something to be proud of too.
That's
And you're right, because people are still there. I think that's what's so interesting about this industry. My MO was I worked in the industry for 8 years, and I always would leave at the top of my game so that no one could say anything bad about me. Now I'm 17
would?
years in, and I'm like, I think I have to end my career here. What else am I going to do at this point? But I think it's because I love it so much.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And not only the people that are still there, I feel like we have this like alumni network of people out there who I would go to bat for
100%.
anytime.
Yep.
And Jen, you do that a lot. You're fantastic at helping people find
I
jobs.
love
and,
doing
like,
that.
You're
It's
so good
become a
at it.
third job, but I do love it.
You're really good at it.
I love when I hear from people from, you know, whether
That
it
worked
was
for you
Linkshare
years ago, and
days
they're in the next place, or
and I don't like. I feel like sometimes there's trepidation. Like, hey, is it okay if I call you for
Right.
like, call me.
No,
Call
you're
me.
right. I think people, as you've moved and changed and done different things, like, I mean, I was joking and calling you the big boss, but you are. Like, so some people are intimidated by that, right? They know that you are busier and that you have a lot on your plate. And I actually appreciate that they are like asking you. Obviously, you're so welcoming and warm, but a lot of people are like, all right, how many people are calling and bothering you? Like,
It's not a bother though. That's the thing. And I also feel like by talking to people,
you learn.
you learn. That's,
do.
I mean, that's like, to me, the most important thing. You're out there talking to people, hearing what they're working on, challenges, things they're seeing, et cetera, et cetera. Like, I'm learning something too by talking to you, you know,
Fair.
and I'm
Well,
happy to help.
That's one thing too. I will say is like we talk to a lot of like new entrants into the affiliate ecosystem, like publishers that are just getting up and running. And there's a few names that get thrown around of people that they know in the industry. And yours is always one of them. I always hear new up and coming publishers say, "Oh yeah, I know Adam Weiss or so and so." So like
Yikes.
clearly like
Yeah.
your name, like clearly you serve as a mentor in the industry. And I think
They
that's,
both do.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Melissa definitely does too.
Well,
There's
Melissa,
no one
you're-
who knows retail better.
100%.
Yeah.
She has the stats. She has any. I remember over COVID, I called you because we started to move online to those conferences, and I was on all these panels, and I remember calling you, being like, "Oh my God, I don't know that I can do this on like a screen," and you're like, "You're fine." And I remember asking her, and she just had the data like ready to go. I'm like, "Oh, this is easy. I'm ready. Now I can do it. I can do it." But I was looking at your LinkedIn last night, and I was so blown
Stalker.
away by how much, not just that you mentor, but you are an advisor on so many different companies. How do you have time?
Because I love it, right?
You're
You
right.
make-
It doesn't feel like work if you
make
love what you're
time
doing.
for stuff you love. Yeah, I do a lot of work with Techstars, which is really fun. Get to see all the newest sort of businesses that people are creating 2 or 3 times a year with new cohorts. I love that. And then just in the industry, we've kindly been asked to like advise or, you know, sort of either invest in or advise different startups throughout time. And I think that's such a privilege, right? It's
Absolutely.
pretty cool.
And you're
I
good at
want to be surrounded by people who are creating new things.
Right.
As much as you can.
And I will say that was what got Dex and I to start the company. It was so fun. One just to get a phone call from someone from Australia that was looking for help. I was like, "Dex, can you help me? Because this is going to be an automated thing, and we all know I'm not good at that." But it was really fun to like. We didn't really know what we were doing when we started. I remember I came to Adam and was like, "All right, tell me what you're doing and how does this look?" But it is fun to be able to go in and help other people, and then to watch the companies flourish and
Exactly.
grow and like be like proud of the fact that you got to be a part of it.
And you
Yeah.
sort of like joke around a little bit about the amount of time we've spent, but that experience
Is everything
is
right?
valuable. And why should people make the same mistakes we made, right? They should learn from our mistakes. And I like, you know, and I think I speak for Melissa too. We want to help people
Right.
because we've been through the ringer. Like, how do you avoid some
We
of
all
that?
have.
Yeah.
We all have. Do you feel with AI that we see a shift in the industry now? Are you seeing it where you are, Adam?
Yeah. I mean, I think I think it depends how you look at it also.
Right.
But
A lot of people are afraid of it.
yeah, I think we're at like this. I keep saying this. I feel like we're at an inflection point. How are people going to shop? How are people going to use it just for general research? How is the AI using a lot of the content that these publishers are developing? How is it citing things? And then how do you compensate publishers? We're sort of figuring all that stuff out right now. I think we're in the middle of it.
We are.
Literally in the middle of it.
We are, and I will say, with what we are doing at High Energy, we're super excited about it. Like, Dexter has always been, he's far ahead of me in the
I
technology
can't keep
world.
up with his
Nobody
LinkedIn
can keep up with
posts.
Dexter, but what I
This
will
guy
tell
is
you,
doing stuff I see on
it's-
LinkedIn. I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about,
but
but
it's
he sounds
great.
really smart.
Yes, and
Well, he
even
is
when
smart.
when we talked
That's the
about,
point. I actually have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to sound
No one
smart.
does. No one knows.
That's exactly what I'm trying. Yeah. Well, that's the truth though. Is everybody's all learning together at the
Yeah.
same time, right?
Which is a
yes,
good
but
thing.
Dexter, your brain, there's something about it. There's a bot inside your brain because he'll be like, we'll talk about it, and then I go to sleep and I stay up late, and he is somehow mapped out something, and the next morning he's like rolled it out, and I'm like, when did you do this? Oh, last night. It was easy.
Well, I think like this is my perspective on it is like I've been thinking a lot about like trying to make like historical parallels, right? So like history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. So like think about like the big shifts in information and knowledge that have happened over the last like I don't know 100,000 years, right? So you have the printing press, right, which basically democratized literature and made it super easy for people to preserve and share knowledge,
Yep.
right? And then you have like telephone, then the internet, and then email. And so over time, all it's done is like continue to democratize more and more. And now the one thing that's being democratized is intelligence, right? Like, and like super high level intelligence is being democratized. So I still struggle to see how it's going to be a net bad thing for society. But that's only my opinion on it. But like, I think it's going to be like a huge accelerator.
I think what we've seen and why we started utilizing it is on the publisher side, what we're seeing is the overhead to have a honey team of 70 is just not there anymore. Same, Capital One has a big team, but like as we're bringing in new publishers into the space that are AI driven, are very tech savvy, they are coming in with teams of 3. We have a team that a partner that we work with. We are their team, period. Mm-hmm. And they just actually had us hire someone on our team to work full time for their team. And we didn't know for sure if that's what it would look like, but we wanted to make sure that whatever we did use AI so that we can help companies just get far more efficient with the team that they have, and then make those people that are on those teams so high functioning and so able to focus on the important part, which is the relationship, the strategy. And of course, AI can help with that, but the personalization of this part of the industry, like, it's so much more important. Like, I don't think anyone's ever going to be able to replace that.
Yep. Yeah, there are certain things
Co-sign.
that can be commoditized, right? And there's certain things that can't.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the people that are afraid of AI, in our space at least, they're not keeping an open mind, because if they I look at how much faster I can get things done. I remember doing spreadsheets and just being miserable. And it would take me 10 times longer than anybody else because I was just okay at it. Where now I'm like, oh, I can do this. And then I make sure that the numbers are right, but then I can go and do what I'm really, really good at.
Right.
Are there people who are afraid of it?
Yes.
Oh, I hear people who say that.
There's
but
plenty of people.
Really?
People, there's
Is
a
it
lot
afraid
of...
or don't understand?
It's a scare tactic,
Well,
and
it's
they think they're
probably
going to
both, right?
They think they're going to
People fear
lose
what
their
they don't
job, that
understand.
everyone's just going to wipe out their jobs. And what we've seen is that's not true. If you don't lean in, you might lose your job. If you are afraid that it's going to take over your role, well, then you're not doing your job. Because the job of affiliate in my world is we're there to like work with our clients and help them figure out ways to monetize as quickly as possible. And I don't think that just AI could do that. It's definitely someone that understands the industry and that can speak to it. And also, we all know affiliate is all about relationships.
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, you mentioned earlier, we're here for the
That's what
event.
we're here for. Right.
It's almost like, I don't know,
Unless you
500
bring a
people.
robot in. I guess we could test that out.
Right.
be a
The
little
events
weird,
become more important because relationships can't be commoditized.
Yeah.
So they become more and more important.
And I think you inherently trust other human beings,
Far better than a robot.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What about you, Melissa? What's your take on the AI coming into the affiliate space?
Well, I think just overall for the industry, it's affiliate is exactly what you need in order to be ready for AI as a
100%.
brand, right? We've always said affiliate puts your brand in more places than you could think of to put yourself. It's all about distribution. And so whether you're now participating in creator content or getting an article and, a collaborative PR piece of some sort, like that is positioning you, because we don't know what each of the different robots is going to use for their algorithm, right? And so why not be ready and be in as many places as possible? So, I mean,
I love that.
we're really encouraging our clients who are like, I don't have a coupon. I don't want to be on a coupon site. Doesn't matter. Like, get on there. Like, you don't know what types of sites the LLMs are going to scrape, right? And so I think from a business perspective, we as an industry really are in a good position, because I think we do have that distribution concept.
Right.
And I
And
think
we've
that
already
puts
been
brands
doing
in
it
a
without
good
AI.
spot. Yeah.
Now it's just going to like make it so much quicker and faster and
And it's decentralized too, right?
yeah.
Exactly.
So like you have no like single point of failure, at least at the publisher level, because you have so many different publishers building so many different models. There's like this dispersion of different models, right? Content, coupon, loyalty, influencer, and the list goes on and on.
Right.
That like one of those is gonna hit, right?
Exactly.
So like you're saying,
Why not
like
be there?
be everywhere, and whatever hits next, you'll be riding that wave.
Yeah.
One thing we told you before we started was that we always ask our guests to tell us a story, a funny story, interesting story that maybe very few people would know about you. Do you guys have anything? Doesn't have to be work related either.
Well, I can tell one about us.
Please do.
Well,
I can't wait.
I mean, well, the first time that Adam and I bonded was because he heard me calling for help next to him.
Was it in a hotel? Were you guys like?
No, this is work related.
Oh, well, I just meant like I thought it was conference in like your walls, and you're usually
No, I was in Chicago calling New York, and they had those open desks in New York well before it was even like a fad to have open desks in New York. And he heard me like begging for help from this guy, and this guy was telling me that he was way too busy, and Adam was watching him play like some game on his computer or
What?
something. So Adam called me back right away after that and said, I will help you, and I'll just never forget. I was like, thank God. I was on an island on my own in Chicago. I mean, this is before video calls and anything. Like, we called on a landline phone.
So
like
you were on speaker and you
old-fashioned.
could hear what she was
It
saying.
wasn't speaker, but I think I just sort of
Understood.
again we're
something
sitting like this
Right.
sort of at desks, but I remember just getting the sense that
Melissa was in trouble.
she was
I was
in
trying
need.
to figure out this job all by myself. I would call Ed Dunnigan in Denver for help
Ed.
sometimes, but it was
That
I
is
needed
so-
help, right? I was figuring it all out on my own. So anyway,
I love
that's
that.
the moment I will never forget, is Adam Weiss like being so kind to me and really helping me, and then we were fast friends ever since then.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that's great, and that is so funny because, boy, do I wish I had an Adam at that moment. Because when I went into Brad Steele's alone, I knew nobody.
No
I
one
didn't
has
know what
ever
affiliate
said that in
marketing
their
was.
life.
But I just
She
remember
wanted an Adam, but she got a Paresh.
I was like, I did get a Paresh. That's so true. But I do remember being like alone in my office, going, "Oh my God, I thought I understood what affiliate marketing was. What the hell is affiliate marketing?" And I just had to figure it out. And I remember at least meeting you guys and being able to have like, I'm going to ask you some really dumb questions. I hope you're comfortable with it. And you guys were great. And Paresh was phenomenal because I invited Paresh to dinner the night I called him. Didn't know he was in Canada. Didn't know that affiliate marketing was only online.
She thought it was just a Chicago thing.
That'd be weird.
I'm like, he's like, when would you like to go? I'm like, tomorrow. And he's like, well, Jen, I live in Canada. I'm like, okay. And I remember going back to Brad going, you could have told me that this was only online.
This is online. This is all over the world. I don't know if you knew this, but this affiliate marketing stuff is
I got
happening
some news to
everywhere.
tell you, Brad.
It's happening in Canada.
What about you? Anything, Adam? Now that she's totally raised you up?
She is. Well, I guess this is, I don't know, remember in Japan? The first time I went to Japan?
You got sick?
I was in bad shape. It was like the jet lag. I don't know what. And I just
The
remember.
sake, maybe?
No, I don't
No,
know.
I think it was a lot of fish real quick. It was just.
Did you eat a lot of fish?
But
Some
the
mercury
jet lag is
poisoning,
hard.
maybe?
In Japan, you're just off by 12 hours.
That's a lot.
It's difficult.
And Melissa took care of me. Her motherly instinct kind of kicked in, and
Poor
she
Anna.
took care of me.
We
And
all took care of each other that trip. I got one of my migraines. Peter Chum was carrying my purse. I mean, we were
have a
on our way to
picture of
the
that, I
sword
think.
museum. We couldn't find it.
Oh, that was, yeah. We were like walking around somewhere in Tokyo, and Jana, who's great, found a sword museum, which is actually a cool
Interesting.
thing. Nothing I
I've
would have
never
thought
been to
of.
a sword museum before.
And I mean, this is how many years ago was it? God knows
Might have
how
been
long.
2007. I guess a long time ago.
And we're just walking around aimlessly, trying to figure out
Where you're going
It
to
was
go?
so
where
hot.
we were
It
going.
was all
So hot. The air condition. Well, there was no air conditioning. It was like 76 or whatever in every room.
You know, we were the first. It was really cool. We were the first
was.
acquisition for Rakuten outside of Japan, and so they gave us a lot of neat opportunities. We were the first group to go over there and get the opportunity to really integrate with the
So cool.
team on the
It was
Japan.
cool.
And
on
the culture's
Japan
so
side.
different. That had to be
But that was
super
the
interesting.
thing. Like we were just all kind of like figuring it out, and it was nice to have each other.
It was. It was a good group too. I mean, again,
was.
going back to like the team, like there are people who we still. I know. I think you too. You know, we still keep in touch with.
I love that.
And just having the opportunity, I always think about that, just the opportunity. I mean, I've been to Japan 4 times. If you would have asked me, like, before I started my career, like, or coming out of college, that I'll go to Japan for work,
No
what?
way. And what's so great is everyone and their brother is trying to get to Japan now.
Now it's
Everybody.
Like the coolest place to go. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a very popular place.
No, but we were lucky.
Very lucky. And
And then Adam also went on the hike before me too.
oh, I prepared you for
You
it. though, when
prepared
went.
me. If I don't
Yeah.
think I could have done it without that. So Hiroshi would hold a hike for all the world leaders, and Adam did it before me, so I was prepared.
I was not a
mentally
world
to be able
leader,
to
but
go.
I was on it.
I was just going to say, I did not know Mr. President of Awin was a world leader.
No. It was just, I forget even where it was. I would butcher the name if I did, but it was just this, not what we expected.
Was
in
it
terms-
hard terrain?
It was
I mean, it was all
very
day.
uphill.
Ooh.
Wasn't it the second highest mountain in Japan?
I don't even
That's what you
remember.
did?
No, I don't. Was it? I don't think so. But it
Were
was.
you-
An experience.
Did he prepare you enough? Were you prepared? Like, were you
He
both?
prepared me enough, but Adam didn't know
I-
he was going on the hike. The first group that went on the hike, they sort of sprung it on you.
I think we knew, but like, again, it was so long ago. I don't remember what I had for breakfast today.
That's
But
fair.
like, it was intense. I'll tell you that.
How long of a hike?
A few hours.
Oh,
Yeah,
and it was hot.
I think we should start doing high energy hikes.
it should. It's
I
actually
mean, as long as it's not in Japan, I'm fine.
it's a good bonding experience. You know, go out in the woods, in the mountains.
Just don't twist your ankle.
Well, actually,
Not
I
just
remember Rakuten Optimism a few years ago was in Indian Wells, I think, like
yeah.
outside Palm Springs.
Yeah.
And before that conference, I would go on hikes in the morning, and like so the hiking there is amazing. If there's ever another conference in the Palm Springs area that's affiliate related,
We could do that.
we gotta do a hike or something. But do it early in the morning because
Gets hot.
man, it gets hot there
But
quickly.
Oh
you know,
my
I was
God.
just in Palm Springs with my family, and it was the first time we did that gondola ride.
Yeah.
Oh, the cloud
so cool,
hike?
right?
And no, it's not a hike. It's just the
It's just
gondola
the gondola.
to the top.
Well, you can
There's a
actually
difference
hike
of like
that
30
too.
degrees.
Yep.
Oh, it's colder up
freezing.
there.
Yeah,
I had
it
no
could-
idea.
Well, that's the San Jacinto mountain range.
Yeah,
So you're going up
that's
the
right.
backside of the San Jacinto. And the San Jacinto, a lot of people don't know this. And Jen knows this about me, but I'm a big geography buff.
You're a big everything.
I'm
He's
just a
Bob.
nerd with geography, but like there are some peaks in the San Jacinto range that are like 13,000, 12,500 feet. And they're snow capped like most of the winter.
Do you see that guy on Barstool who does all the geography?
I
quizzes?
have not. Wait, is this the guy who like looks at Google Maps and then figures out where things are?
No, there's this
Based on
guy. I don't even
pictures?
follow him. He just shows up for me. He's got like a long beard. I forget his name, but he asks like these crazy geography questions to like all the employees there.
Yep.
Um,
Oh, I have seen those.
it's actually kind of cool. if
Yeah,
you
I
enjoy it.
watch those and I'm just like, I know the answer to this. Like, please ask me. But my mom used to joke around. She'd say, "You're a fountain of useless knowledge."
You have a lot of knowledge. I don't think it's all useless. I think there's some
Some of
good
it's
stuff
definitely
in there.
somewhere in there.
useless.
Somewhere in
There's
there.
In that noggin, you got
There's
some,
some
good,
rabbit
you got some good
holes that
stuff.
I've been down that I'm pretty sure I'll never use in terms of knowledge.
Well, and I think of it was Linkshare in Scottsdale. I did Camelback Mountain, and oh my God! And 2 people were rescued while we were hiking.
Wow.
And I also found out how expensive it is to be rescued.
Oh, yeah.
It's insane
If
how
you
much
get
you
a
have to pay.
helicopter rescue, it's very
And like
pricey.
the people that hike have helicopter insurance because of how expensive it is and how often people have to be rescued. Yeah.
Yep.
I made it
Who
to
knew?
the top and said, how do I get down? And then when I found out how expensive it was to call a helicopter, I had to then walk back down.
Sounds like a good business for an affiliate program.
I think we should try it.
Let's do it.
I think we got a new business plan.
Yep.
Melissa, you've been traveling quite a bit.
Uh-huh.
So where were your last few adventures? I know you guys just had an offsite for your team.
We did. We were actually in Scottsdale
You were.
for the offsite, which was really fun. We did not do a hike. We did an ATV tour.
I saw.
Wow.
It looked very
It
cool.
was so
Did
fun.
anyone flip?
No one flipped.
Did you wear a helmet?
Yeah.
You
You
have a
have
picture?
to. Like,
Oh,
have to wear a
yeah.
helmet,
it's a
yeah.
whole thing. Like,
And
there's
didn't you
so
guys
much
have
dust.
masks? Yeah, you had your
You
masks.
had like those like
Yeah.
gator things. You have goggles. I have never been so dirty. But the girl that was, prepping us for it, she had a good thing to say. She was like, the sooner you get over the fact that you are going to be really
Filth.
dusty,
It's
the
fun.
sooner you'll start having fun.
It is fun.
So you just got to like let it go. Don't be prissy about
I
this.
love that.
basically. And I thought that was really great.
I
And
love
I got
that.
on board and it was fun. We had a great time.
I love
It
that.
was
We
really
did that
cool.
in Mexico it was just Jeff and I and the girls. I had broken my ankle prior to the ATV part. We were
the
zip
zip
lining.
line.
We were zip lining. You remember that story? I almost killed the entire platform. I slammed my ankle. It was gloves. I was like, let's go to the old school for it. Let's go and really give money back to the Mexican community. Jeff's like, you sure you don't want to go to one of the resorts? I'm like, no. And they gave me a glove. That was my break. And I was going straight down 200 yards and I plowed into it. But I had to get on an ATV after and do that. But I remember I still loved it, as much pain as I was in.
Oh man.
Oh my
You always
Jeez.
get good. Usually get good speakers at your offsites too, right? You get people
Always.
that come do stuff. with
Yes,
the team.
we've had some really good Soul Cycle instructors
that's
that have
right. I
come
love
in
the
and done
one
some
guy you
really
always-
cool.
yeah,
Chris Chandler, he's
Chandler.
amazing.
You
Yeah,
guys
and
love
this
that.
time we had a fantastic coaching team. Their company's called Verge. And they came in and sort of guided us along our 2026 goals and got the team sort of engaged for doing that. So I like having outside people come in.
I
think
love
it
that.
adds a little element,
We have James Bruce, who he's another-
Fantastic. Shout out to James Bruce.
yeah, he's great. He's really, really good. He'll come in and work with our team, and it's so fun.
Yeah, nice outside perspective. Right?
Absolutely. And where are you? I know you're a nomad right now. You were a neighbor of mine in Chicago, and when you and Mark moved, it was very gut wrenching to our
sad.
family.
Because we
Sunday
used to cook
dinners,
chicken
we do
dinners
Sunday
together.
chicken dinners monthly, and
Sounds lovely.
well, it's not been the same since they left because we don't have them anymore. However, they did come back and give us a chicken dinner, and I'm hoping one
I
will
think in
happen this
May.
summer.
When we're back.
So where have you and Mark been traveling?
This month we've been in San Diego, which is beautiful.
Love San Diego.
And before that, we were in Romania,
You were in Romania?
which was really a
Wow.
fun trip.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long were you there for?
Almost the whole month of March, 2.5 weeks
And
or more.
We talked about this off camera, but just brought a carry-on?
Just brought a carry-on. Only a carry-on always.
Super impressive. And same for you, Adam. You said the same thing.
Well, I was saying I have a house,
I know you did. Yeah.
but
I
no,
have a house.
I only travel with a carry-on, and it's funny because I was at a work thing. We did a management offsite in Portugal again, actually.
I know. I saw. I was
and
really mad.
I got into this conversation with coworkers, and I was like, I only travel with a carry-on,
No matter what.
and they were giving me a hard time. And I even said with my family, I only allow them. to
So
bring
your
a carry-on.
daughter listens to you?
They said the same thing. They were
I'm
like,
shocked.
I have a
I
6-year-old
could get my
daughter.
kids to do that. I can't get my wife
So
to
the
do that,
move is I
unfortunately.
get
Yeah.
an Airbnb for at least part of it, and it has a
great.
washer dryer.
That's smart.
And
Then you don't need that much.
Yeah,
true.
you don't need that much, but
It's more about the shoes for me. I
You
could do
gotta
the
pair
carry-on
the-
with my
you gotta pair the
clothes.
shoes down.
Yeah.
It is difficult.
Yeah,
But I
I think
don't wanna
you
risk it.
It's really
That's fair.
because I'm with you guys.
You
I
always are like
I
that.
only have a backpack with me this time. I'll be here for 3 days. But I think it's about you pack and then you ask yourself all right, what do I really need? And then you pull some things back. You're like, all right, now what do I really, really need?
Yeah, I'm so impressed with all of
like-
you because my products alone are a carry-on.
fair enough. Well, it's also, I'm sure you're good at this, but it's how you pack.
Right.
You got to roll certain things
Well, I'm
up,
really
put your
good at
socks in your
that.
shoes, right?
Yeah.
Socks in the shoes. Is
I
a
actually
big-
think
that's
if I
a
got
big
one of those vacuum things that will shrink it down, I think that I could do it. It
So,
would just be the shoe part.
can we
that I
talk
want.
about that?
Yeah, I'd like
Well,
to.
I actually have a story about that, but you go first because I have a packing story.
Okay.
I
About
got so for the last year, for the Awin event in Portugal, my son met me afterwards. So
That's
I was
right.
there for 11 days.
I remember.
11 days carry-on.
Wow.
And someone recommended those vacuum
Yeah.
things, they zipper up and
Yes.
stuff. And they are good. You can
Except-
get more stuff in. There are great affiliate links to buy them.
Okay.
But what I found is they get so tight, they're like a brick.
And it's wrinkly and
That I don't care about. That you can fix.
Okay.
But when you're stuffing stuff in your
It doesn't. You can't move it around.
rollerboard, yeah, you can't like. There's no like
Wondered
little
about that.
extra give to put things.
Okay.
So maybe for like 1 or 2 of those are good,
Fine, but
you're
not the whole
It's
thing.
not going to look like Legos in your
Correct.
carry.
I'm
So-
glad you're telling me this.
All right. So I lived in Australia for a long time. I lived there for 3.5, 4 years. Lived in Australia. And my wife and I were getting ready to move back. I was moving back first, and then she was going to come a few weeks after me. And she's like, there's no way that you're going to be able to get all your stuff in one, like, bag that you check. And I was like, yeah.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. So I went and I bought these giant vacuum pack bags. And what I did, because I realized the same thing that you did, which is they get very, if you
They're
take
stiff,
all the
right?
air out, they get stiff. They're like
Yeah.
literally like building blocks.
Yeah.
So what I did was I got a giant one, and I filled basically like a big chest case, like the biggest suitcase you could possibly buy. I filled it up with all the clothes first, then vacuumed it all down in one big package.
In
And
the
did
suitcase
two.
or
So I did
whatever.
one on the top and one on the bottom, and then
smart.
folded it in. And I got all my clothes from Australia in one bag. However, when it came time to collect the stuff in New York City, when it like landed, I just start seeing like a shirt of mine come down the thing, and then like a hat, and I'm like, oh, that's my hat. That's my shirt.
What did it explode?
It exploded when they loaded it onto the conveyor
But you
belt. It
checked it.
exploded, and they started I guess it went out on the runway,
Yeah.
and they were just throwing clothes in the conveyor belt.
That's awesome.
So like, then
Why
I
would
saw
it
my
explode?
suitcase.
Because you took so much air out of it.
I don't know exactly what happened, but somebody must have like
Opened.
punctured something,
Yeah,
or
must
like
have.
it hit a bag and it punctured it, and so all the air came in, and there was not enough space, so
like a
the whole
popcorn
thing
of
just
your
exploded
Oh,
basically.
That's hilarious.
So like, it took me like 40 minutes to just
To
like
pick up all
collect
your
all my
things?
stuff, and then I had to like, because you can't,
Sophie's just
because of
laughing at you.
international customs and everything, like
Right.
you can't have anyone like help you.
Oh yeah, you're
So
right.
my parents are like, "What are you doing?" Like, dude, the flight landed, right? And I'm like,
It's got like a pair of boxer
"You don't
shorts.
understand." I was like, I can't explain it to you guys right now. But and then my parents were like, "We were waiting for you for like 2 hours."
That is.
And like, normally you roll your thing through, and there's all these people waiting. Like, oh hey, you get through customs. I was like 2 hours later with like a bag that somebody from security gave me with like some of my stuff over my
Hilarious.
shoulder. But yeah, it was so be careful. Don't overpack those
all right,
vacuum
all
packs.
right.
Good to know.
I will try, but it's just so hard for me. I always come with a
do
carry-on
it.
and a suitcase.
Oof.
I know.
It's a
You saw
control
me
thing. You
in
can't lose your
Portugal.
bag.
I know. It's true. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. So all right. So where else? Anywhere else? Where are you going to
I'll be
settle
in
down?
France.
Or are you just
I'll
going to be a
in
nomad?
France this summer. It
Okay.
sounds very pretentious. I don't know what it's like to be like, I'll be in France this summer.
Well, I don't.
But
You
Where-
don't
where
actually-
in
France?
but
Are you
the
going
cool
to
thing
south of
about
France
it-
then?
I
Well,
Like-
will
hold
be
on.
the
I
south
think
of
it's
France.
fair so that it helps people understand that you're not pretentious at all. You and Mark chose not to have children so that you could do these things, and I am very jealous of you. I often ask if they'd like my kids
Wow.
to switch.
Bold statement.
I said, "Would you like to switch? Come to our house, take care of our
Basically,
dogs
if I was
and our
going to
kids."
take any children, it would be yours.
That's such an honor. I like that. And the girls do love them so much. I remember Melissa invited me, "Why don't we go out for brunch for your birthday?" And I'm like, "I got the girls." And I had known, she's like, not that you don't like kids, but you're like, they're fine. And I remember prepping my kids and being like, "You're getting your own table. I'm giving you your own purse. You'll have a credit card." It was a fake credit card, but they didn't know that. I'm like, "Mommy and Daddy are going to have a brunch with our friends, and you're going to act like you don't know us." And they did, you guys. They were spectacular.
Wow.
Spectacular.
I think
And
they
I
had a
remember
good
she
time
turned and
with it.
goes,
How old were they?
5.
So, okay.
No, they were 5.
Wow.
Well, let me ask you this, Melissa. What's your favorite part about traveling? Like, what do you think like inspires you so much to go to all these different places?
I just think seeing different things keeps your brain sharp and like makes you curious about stuff, and so that's what
Just
I
all the
love
different
about it.
cultures,
You meet
right?
different
Like-
people. You start thinking about things differently. I mean,
Right.
like you're in Romania and you're like, communism, not so great, like, and it's been 40 years, and what is the implication
Right.
of that? And so I don't know. I feel really fortunate I get to do it, but for me, I also selfishly, I just like being by the ocean or the Mediterranean Sea
Right.
and getting to like still work and make it work, right?
Sounds so
Like,
lovely.
I do think there's science to that though, because I remember a while back I read an article. I think it was in like Quartz, which I don't really read Quartz anymore. I don't know if it's still like a thing, but they had this one article about how people, like even down to your daily commute to your office, it's like you're actually opening up new neural pathways if you travel different ways to your office. So let's say like, you know, you normally take the highway. Like it's actually really healthy to just like not
Take the
take
back
highway.
roads?
Even though it's going to take 10 minutes longer, take the longer way. Because traveling, like you said, based on this article and what they were talking about, does actually like stimulate different neural pathways in your brain. So it gets you to literally think differently. So
That's what
traveling,
you should tell
I think
everyone
does that.
that's why
That's
you
why
travel.
I'm doing it. Yeah.
Stimulating different neural pathways.
Neural
Exactly,
pathways.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And I feel like it's so fun to watch you guys.
It's fun to get to do it. And this summer I get to go to the Cannes Festival. I went last year.
Oh yeah, I'd really like to go to this. She
Yeah,
did
you
write
have to
me a
come
pitch.
with me.
How
She
do
wrote
they-
me a pitch.
Can I ask a question? How
Yes.
do you say it though? Is it
Cannes.
is it
I
con
thought it was
or is it
Canes.
cans?
Cans.
No, that's Americans. You can't say it like
Cans.
an American.
See,
You got to at
I'm
least
from
act a
America.
little
This is how you
French.
know I'm plebeian.
Act a little
Like you know I'm a
French.
plebeian if I don't know how to properly pronounce cans. Or it's
is
supposed to be
he?
con.
Seriously.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I love it. But I was so inspired last year. I mean, I literally quoted stuff from that conference for like 6 months after.
I
with
do
our
have-
clients.
I have
It
my
was
pitch. I'm gonna
Really
send it to you.
useful. So
Yeah.
this year we're going with a creator influencer agency approval, which will be really fun.
Well, and I remember
We
you
had to
said that
apply
there's
to get
so
it. It was
they are
cool.
like kind of telling us what's going to happen this year. Like you get the
Yeah.
trends, you get all the information ahead of time. So I'm going to pitch him.
Yeah. Great.
Probably
I
at
love
lunch
it.
in
I
front
hope
of you
you can
guys today
come.
so that he doesn't say no.
Does he? He's like, how do decisions get made?
Well, we both make decisions. It's funny because I don't let anyone tell me no, but for whatever reason, we're both worried about not having enough money for our company. So I do go to him to be like, I think I want to do this. Do you think this is
So is it
stupid?
more like like validation?
It's
or
a
approval?
validation. And I also think just being respectful of, okay, I don't want to just go and spend all this money if it's not going to be
That's fair.
beneficial.
That's fair.
Because
Yeah.
Jeff, my husband, would
totally.
say, "Oh, you asked Dexter what if you could do that?" Because I don't ask him for it.
I think
I'm
it's
like,
I think it's
I'm
more
outta
about
here.
like alignment.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot like for any big decision that we're going to make, even if it's something that's so like we've sort of split up the business where Jen's really focused on services and I'm more focused on the platform.
in the automation. Of
But
course.
even there, like if there's big decisions that need to be made, like Jen needs to be brought in and fully understand those decisions and sign off on those.
100%.
And
It's a
vice versa,
partnership.
right?
Yeah.
Like it's a partnership. And so
Totally.
you want to give ownership and autonomy, but you also want alignment too, because I always talk to Jen about like even my own financial decisions of like, hey, we're spending a lot of money on Claude this month, like just a heads up, because you don't ever want to be in a situation where one person's kept in the dark about
Yeah,
something, right?
I think we definitely experienced that too.
Yeah. No, and I also think for me, like even like we've always known what we wanted to do. Like we knew we were starting off as an agency that was going to get us our foot in the door and really to see if we could make this work. And then we would turn it into services and really do the automation side that he's so brilliant at. So I have lots of opinions and ideas, which is great because he'll take them. But then I don't care in the nitty gritty. It's just more like being like on the same page of, okay, we've just spent a lot of money. You can spend a lot of money on that.
You can spend a lot of money on AI if you want to.
Just so
and
you know.
and by the way, you can spend a lot of money on AI even if it doesn't solve the problem you're looking for it to solve. Anyways.
No, that's true. Actually, Claude told me that when I was having it analyze my yearly financials. I had it actually go back to 2022, and in 2022 we spent $15,000 on subscriptions, and
Wow.
in 2025 we spent $78,000 on subscriptions.
I mean, that it's
so. I mean, it tells.
it's
it was
like you
spent a
blink
lot
and you can
more.
spend that much
Yeah,
money. It's
it's
pretty
easy.
crazy. One thing we are getting better at, because we do like I feel like monthly we've been doing that where I'm like I see it all come through and I'm like whoa, and he's like don't worry, Div's gonna go through and we're gonna figure out what to cut.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is like what you're seeing is basically like software is starting to do more and more for your business, right? And I think that trend's just going to continue to accelerate. Like, I don't see that changing at all. I think one thing too is like what we are is like there's this idea of SaaS, right? Software as a service. I look at us the other way around. Like we're services software. And that's, I think, the direction that everything is moving in is services software. And so I do think like most business owners are going to be looking at their subscription line item and finances at the end of this year. And they're going to be like, hang on, we spent how much with OpenAI? We spent how much with Claude? And it's going to be very eye-opening to people. like how expensive really leveraging these tools and embedding them in your organization actually is. Like we've just given everybody on the team Claude accounts, like I think a month ago, and like you'll see, like we have an MCP server that gets queried all the time. Like you're gonna see our Claude expenses like
Go
shooting up like a
yes,
rocket
which is
ship.
scary. Well, and I'm laughing because we have an engineer who's hysterical. He really busted through. I think that one bill.
Oh, we had a new engineer join, and I think
We weren't
he,
paying
like,
attention.
10x our cursor bill. It went from like a couple $100 a month to a couple $1,000 a month within like a few weeks.
Yikes.
Pretty crazy.
So you have to keep an eye on that stuff. But then again, like you could look at it and be like, well, maybe that to whatever couple $1,000 was worth it. You just have to like look into it and really see, you know.
So we have a few more minutes left. I want to ask you guys, like, what are your thoughts on our industry, where we're at? What do you predict, or what do you think is going to be happening in this future?
This is your ball game. You're always good at the strategy stuff, the big picture stuff.
She's throwing the ball to you.
She is.
Yeah.
I need a
She'll
minute
answer
to
it after you.
process and-
I know, that's what I love about Adam. I know, but Adam likes to slow roll into it. He wants you to start while he's thinking through his thoughts.
My brain is like revving up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
What do I think is? What was the question? Where's the industry
Well, yeah,
going?
well, yeah,
What's
like, where do
happening?
you see it going in the next year or two?
I mean, I think we
Any
talked.
changes you're seeing that, like, you're like,
I think
think
we started to touch on it,
We
right?
did.
I think it's the impact of these LLMs
yes,
on consumer behavior. I think how we facilitate the partnerships around that and how we compensate publishers
right?
is really going to start to change. And I think because of that, the ecosystem of publishers is going to evolve,
Absolutely.
right? And I think we see it. I mean, you know, probably dating myself here, but, you know, did you think 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you know, influencer would be such a big part?
No.
Do you remember like struggling to find content publishers like at one point in time?
Right.
Right.
And now
And
they're
now
everywhere.
it's like everywhere. You know, at Awin, you know, we focus a lot on technology publishers, right? And like, what's next? There's going to be more that's going to develop from
Totally.
it. And I think we're starting to see sort of things turn. And I think you guys are on the cusp of it. Like you said earlier, you're talking to all these startups. They're not all going to hit, right?
No, but I've actually been fascinated at how many have.
Yeah.
I mean, we were both saying in the beginning, like, 1 of 10 makes it. That's not what we're seeing right now. We're actually seeing so much
Well,
more
that's
a
growth.
good thing for the
I think
industry.
it's a great thing for the industry.
That 1 in 10
Diversified distribution.
Yeah.
Because what's the idea? The saying is 1 in 10 small businesses will fail. That's a bit of a misnomer, though. I think that's based on like how many people like register for an LLC and then ultimately.
That's fair.
Though, so I think that's like a little overstated. But yeah, we've had like a pretty higher than I would expect success rate with a lot of publishers that are newer in the industry that have had
That
a
are
good
coming in
amount of
knowing nothing,
success.
and they know nothing, and that's actually been, I think, to me, the most fun, is to be able to teach them and introduce
Yeah.
them into the industry.
So
Yeah.
cool.
Yep. And their
that.
take, right? Like you actually don't want publishers that know a ton about the affiliate industry coming into the industry. You want new blood that has a fresh perspective on the industry coming
You're
into
right,
the
because they
space.
don't think like we all, you get so accustomed to how things have been, and then to watch these guys just come in and break the ceiling has been really, really fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
The one thing that I am looking forward to looking at for the next year is this idea of like how you're already seeing like this accelerated rate of change, right? I think over the last like 2 years, it's been like, for some people, it's been really jarring.
Yeah.
I think that's going to get way more intense.
That's what I've
Like
been
I think
reading.
the pace of change
I agree.
It's scary.
is going to get so rapid. I think it's going to be interesting to watch. Some of it's a little scary, some of it's exciting, but it's the speed at which the change is happening that's going to be, I think, really
And it's
interesting.
not even just on the publisher side, right? It's on the advertiser side
course.
too.
It's everywhere all at once.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's
And the
consumer,
Yeah.
brands, the networks themselves evolving, the technology ecosystem around all of it.
Yeah.
So
But I do think when we talked about earlier, like retail and what's going to change, I just think the combination of being able to capture that technology, but also the real life relationships and real life events, combining those two, I think is what's going to be. So you look at like, I can't stop thinking about Alex Earl's launch. I just
I
think
know.
it was
We were just talking
genius.
yesterday about
it was
this,
the
yeah.
most genius thing. And
what
that was
is this?
true,
Can you explain this?
Well, Alex Earl is
Thank you for
a
asking it.
phenomenal influencer, very, very popular young woman, beautiful, and she is. You go ahead and tell him all the. No, you. This is your game, girl.
Well, she already obviously has a following because she's a very, very large creator. And she decided to launch a new product, and she did it with this amazingly creative campaign where she sent suitcases to all of her other influencer friends. She had a puzzle element in it where people were showing and posting the puzzle piece that they got, so you weren't sure what product she was even launching. And the buzz it created in the
insane.
3 to 4 weeks before this, she even announced the product was like something that sort of took the world by storm. And it was just in my opinion, it was just one of the nobody gets excited about this stuff anymore.
No, I know,
and she
right.
made everyone get excited. And the initial photos sort of looked a little like maybe it was a swimsuit launch or something. Everybody was guessing that, but everybody knew she authentically had always said she struggled with her skin and acne. And so people who really knew, there was a gal on my team, Emily, she called it. She's like, guys, I know what it is.
I love it.
And but it was, I mean, again, I just
The
don't feel
guessing
like there's
just
very
gets
many
people
brands
talking.
that just have
Yeah.
gotten people talking like that.
Yep.
She did it through relationships. She did it through live events. There was a billboard in Times Square that populated the picture. I mean, it was
amazing.
just so many
She like
things.
landed Easter eggs, just like Taylor Swift.
It was
She like
just
did a
so
brilliant
cool.
job.
Wow.
And I just think, in the retail perspective, you can spend your all night doing Claude, but you still have to have a creative thinker who is going to really think through what's going to make people want this thing. And I still don't think AI is quite there yet.
No,
And so
No,
it
that
was
becomes-
a super combo of the two that I just,
That most likely becomes where people spend more of their time.
yeah.
Right? So if you think about where people in organizations they're going to spend less time organizing data, running automations and tasks, because all that stuff's going to get commoditized. They're going to spend more time thinking creatively about how they can connect with people in better ways.
And I think what's so interesting about that, because I was following her and watching everything she was doing, I'm like, this is so cool. I think Alex Cooper, who is another huge podcaster, call her daddy, I think I don't know if you've seen The Beef now, I almost feel like she saw what Alex Earl did, and it got so much attention, and Alex Earl just blew up so big. Alex Cooper was a little bit bigger than Alex Earl. Now there's this massive beef, pretend beef. I don't know if it could be
drama?
real. Oh, yeah, but I think Alex Cooper is now riding Alex Earl's tail. To me, like, that's what I'm seeing. We'll see. We'll keep you posted, guys. It's a lot
The
of
Alex
stuff
drama.
going on in the
Stay
influencer
tuned.
world right now.
Alex
knew?
drama.
That's right. But I just think it
super cool.
inspired me, like I love that, right? And
I
it's
agree.
like back to the super cool campaigns that retailers can do and think about and how you continue to do it now.
And I love that because I was going to say, shout out to Saris from when she was at Macy's. She did that as she was leaving. Any of her big partners, she did the most beautiful curated suitcases for us. No Easter eggs. It was very much just as a thank you, but it made me think of that.
Oh, sweet.
And she did, and it was phenomenal. I still use her bag every time I travel.
That's so nice.
Pretty awesome.
Carry on.
It is a carry-on. It's an away carry-on, and it does fit above my seat. And I try again. Still have the away bag. that
You
goes
know,
with it.
in Jen's defense, I think one of the other reasons why Jen struggles to be carry-on only is she brings a lot of gifts for people that she's
I
visiting.
do.
This is
Like whenever
true.
she comes
She's
to
so
California,
thoughtful.
she's very thoughtful. She brings
That's
a lot of
nice.
gifts.
Thank you. Let's all.
That
talk
was the
about it.
one nice thing that I say about Jen per day. So
Check.
that was that. But
You're right. That is true because I always then have that other bag of the like. You're right.
yeah, it's
true.
like, oh, I've got a bunch of gifts for you guys, and they're like thoughtful, nice gifts. So it's hard to put that.
I was
stuff
just
in
trying to get
carry-on.
him fat. I do try to send a lot of cookies his way.
Because she knows I have no
That's nice.
self-control, and I
Isn't
will
that
eat
nice?
all the
What I mean.
cookies.
You told me you don't. You're trying to like stay svelte.
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 Trying.
So expect some cookies
are.
from Jen in the
I
mail.
appreciate some cookies.
Now,
though.
now
She
I
hears
know
you're
what you
trying.
need.
Oh, you're trying to stay in shape. Hey, have you heard of Crumble? Let me give you. I'm gonna give you 24 Crumble cookies, and I'm just gonna lock you in your
I
house
did
by
think his
yourself.
kids would eat most of them. His kids each got 1.5, and he ate all the rest of them. And then I said the calorie count is very high.
Those Crumble cookies are good for like if
One
you
time.
need like a caloric dense food before like a big workout or something. Like
If you're gonna do a 60-mile bike ride,
yeah,
have 2 cookies.
and you want like a lot of like petroleum byproducts in your food, like have some Crumble cookies. Some endocrine disruptors you want in
No,
your
of
you know?
course. I'm so sad. Our time is coming to an
It
end.
is?
I
I
could
thought we were
talk
just
to you guys
starting.
for 2 more hours.
Of course.
I love it. Anything else, Adam? Do you want to add anything on top of? I know. I just scared you. He's like,
Anything
no, I've
else,
said
like
my
generally speaking? Anything else?
Last... Anything?
Give me a topic.
Oh well, I was just thinking like we were talking about the influencer stuff.
The last
and, like,
word.
The
Do you have
industry,
any parting thoughts?
Yeah, some from the president of Awin in the United
Oh,
States
wow.
of America.
Pressure.
Right.
Pressure.
Anything exciting coming on that we'll
How
see
about a
tomorrow?
commercial
Yeah, I
for
think,
Awin? I mean, think differently. Think about a network partner that can bring you an international focus
Keep going.
and people who
going.
care about your program, and Adam, who will always be asking what you want to improve about the interface, should consider Awin.
Absolutely. Amen.
Here,
Thank
here.
you.
Is good.
Do you want
Awin
a job with
influencer.
Adam? I think he's looking for a GM.
No, I think we're gonna, I guess we're recording this now. There's a lot we'll talk about this week, but you're spot on. Of course, she's spot on.
Always.
But it's like we've been talking about, right? It's this balance of investment in a platform with the people
Absolutely.
that run it. The partnerships, the expertise around partnerships is critical. And we're really focused on that. So like this week, you'll hear us talk a lot, or I guess maybe looking back, you'll have heard us talk a lot about what we're doing with the platform, what we're doing with LLMs, what we're doing with influencer, what we're doing with reporting and analytics. There is a lot happening, but then layered onto that is the team and the investments that we're making in our team here and with partners
Yeah.
like Team Bespoke as well. And then to Melissa's point, the global reach as well is critical. For me, really been focused on the U.S. growth. But I
Absolutely.
think with that, if you're thinking about growth, you need to be thinking beyond
Absolutely.
our borders as well. And it is pretty amazing. I got to say, I was telling someone this morning. We have coverage in so many places. It's shocking.
I know.
Oh, I'm in the so-and-so, I'm in the Milan office. I'm like, what? We have people in Italy. Like
That's
we have people in
crazy.
Australia. We have people in Brazil. We have people in Mexico. We have London, Berlin. The list goes on and on and on. Spain, France, goes on and on. And then, of course, in the U.S. across
Right.
the country.
Amazing.
Well, I know because I look at literally every single advertiser affiliate program that
Yes.
we see in our
Yep.
platform, and Awin has by far the
Hands
biggest
down.
international reach.
Absolutely.
I always see tons of big U.S. programs. They might have they have tons of international programs on Awin always.
But we have
You guys
these-
are the international network.
We are, and I'd say I think the misnomer is that let me rephrase that. We have a big presence in the U.S. as well
Yep.
You do.
as globally. And I think sometimes people think of it because, we are a huge global network,
You are
full stop. But we also run some enormous programs
in the U.S.
in the U.S. I mean, ShareASale alone, right, was
Yep.
thousands of U.S.
20
advertisers
22,000.
Yep.
that we integrated into Awin.
Right.
That's in the U.S. So just by
Crazy.
volume alone, the clients that we have, folks managing those programs, the expertise around it in this market, which selfishly is, my focus.
Yeah.
We've got a good chunk of the market. And
It's
we're
amazing.
gonna get
I'm
more.
super excited for you. I'm excited to be here for the A1 conference. Thank you so much to Adam and Melissa for joining us.
Thanks for
and
having
Yeah,
being
thanks
on
you
our
guys.
podcast. Perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks.
That was great.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Um,
Really good.